Don't you love water? Think about what we can do with it. We're 70% water, so we need to drink tons to survive. One thing we need it for is fishing. We need it for all other food productions too. It's also a necessity for all things in nature, or even your garden, like this flower. What about animals? This ladybug wouldn't be here if it hadn't gotten some water to drink. The same goes for any pets too. At this point, you must have realized how important water is, but how much do we have? Look at these two pictures taken within a day of each other. One has water, the other doesn't. Of course, it will fill up again in a few days, but this illustrates the fragility of our water. We are entering a drought and it is only getting worse from here. By around 2035, we will be in a mega drought. Already, we have experienced fires due to an absence of water. What's next? Food shortages? Some farmers have already had to feed their cattle with food reserved for December. What are they going to feed them in December? Look at all these plants. Even in the very beginning of the mega drought, they don't look like much, but luckily they're enough to provide us with oxygen and feed all the animals. Without these plants, the whole ecosystem would be thrown out of balance, and other plants and animals and other stuff would die. We're slowly losing our water, and eventually Colorado could end up as a giant desert. The few plants left would either be super adaptive or dead. Few animals left would either be incredibly smart or incredibly lucky. This wasteland would be nearly uninhabitable for humans. There would be no more water sports like swimming or fishing, and we would have nearly no way to collect food. So what's causing this giant mega drought? The majority of it is due to natural cycles, but partially it's due to our overuse of water and the fact that we're contaminating all of it. Look at how when I was brushing my teeth, I left the faucet on. Think about how much water this is wasting, and how if I were to do this every single day, how much it would add up to over a whole year. It may not seem like much, but if everybody does this, we'll have no water left. The same goes for dumping your water out, overwatering your lawn, and many other things. Look at how when Cameron brushes her teeth, she remembers to turn the water off, and only turn it back on when she needs to clean her toothbrush. So now that you know why it happens, you're probably wondering how we can stop it. One of the most obvious solutions is to just stop doing things that waste water. But there are other things that you could do too. One thing you could do is get a well and get water from that rather than buying bottled water that comes from streams or lakes. You could also try to stop pollution and recycle more. This will make it so less trash and pollution ends up in the ocean and we have more potable water. If you live near an ocean, you could get a desalinator/purifier and drink water created from that. There are lots of other little things you could do, like being more efficient when you wash laundry. If you only do one load rather than two, it'll use up half the water. You could even be creative with saving water. You can think of new things to do that will save it. All these things that we can do are great, but water isn't the only thing to worry about during a drought. The deficit of water and increase in heat that comes with the drought could easily start fires. One thing you can do to prevent forest fires is to keep fires, especially large ones, far away from trees. You can also keep up on Forest Service fire bans or fire warnings. If the Forest Service has a fire ban, then it makes sense not to light any fires outside. Water deficits and fires aren't the only problems that could come with a drought. What about sanitation? How would you take a shower without water? A solution to this problem is to get used to taking showers less often so you can save up all that water for one good shower. In other countries, they take a shower every few days or every week rather than every day, saving very much water.